Hi you guys, it's your girl Michaela Joy. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about period care and how to smell good and stay fresh throughout your menstrual cycle. I know that this could be a very taboo topic. A lot of people don't like to talk about their periods or their menstrual cycles because they think it's nasty or that it's dirty, or some people just get very uncomfortable, which is very crazy because it's a natural part of life. It's just going to happen and you have to deal with it. So I wanted to do this video to give some tips to young people, whether you're a young girl that just started her period or an adult who has been doing this for decades and just didn't know some of these tips. So yeah, I made this video for those of you who just want to learn how to stay fresher, stay clean, manage your hygiene on your cycle. So people with periods, please stay tuned to the end of the video, and this is a safe space, so please be nice and not negative in our comments. And if you have a helpful tip, you can comment down below in the comment section and help your fellow people who want to learn more about taking care of their personal hygiene. The first thing I want to talk about is intentional bathing. Now, I've done several hygiene videos here on my channel, so if you want to know like my body care collection or my shower routines, you can follow up with those. I made them last fall, but this specifically is going to be about your period. Now, to be clear, you should be intentionally bathing every single day. That is just the bare minimum. It is very important that you are cleaning up any blood or removing a lot of that odor if you have it, or sweat that could accumulate on your body. As you guys know, on your cycle, your hormones are changing, your body is going through this phase, right, where you may sweat a lot more. I personally sweat a lot more on my period. I normally am not a sweater. Like it really takes a lot for me to sweat, even when I'm working out. Like I have to probably be in a hot gym or like really doing hard cardio for me to sweat a lot. So on my period, I really get shot when I'm like sweating bullets, you know what I'm saying? Especially at night. Like it's right in the neck for me. It's the neck, it's under my arms, it can be my back, and it's just not a good feeling. So you want to make sure that you're intentionally bathing and you are washing up all that dirt and that sweat and everything. Even if you are a morning shower type of person or a night shower type of person, it's always important that you are intentionally bathing. Even incorporating a second shower or a cleanup, like some people like to call it whole baths, okay? If you need to do that in the morning or at night, whichever part of the day you feel like you need it, go ahead and do that as well. Me personally, I really don't switch up my shower routine too much from my regular day-to-day shower to my period shower. However, I'm making sure that my vagina is being cleaned thoroughly. While we do this every day, it's also important to prevent odor, to prevent infection, all that type of stuff. You want to make sure that you are being intentional. If you want an in-depth how to clean down there, how to stay fresh down there, you can watch this video up above. Essentially, you want to make sure that you're not washing inside of your vagina because it is self-cleaning. You need to know the anatomy of your body. So the vagina is a small hole inside the lips, so we're going to make sure that the lips and everything surrounding it is clean. You want to use a mild soap. Throw away those feminine washes. They are not going to be your best bet in the long run. Now, I do know some people that use a mild or sensitive feminine wash like Summer's Eve one time after their period just to clean it up a little bit. That's acceptable, that's good, that's fine. But to use it every single day and sometimes multiple times a day, it is not good for your pH balance. It is not good for your overall feminine health. So it is important that you're using a mild soap. If you've watched any of my body care collection videos, you know that I like to use Dr. Bronner's. I use a peppermint one. I know it could be a little too much for people, but for me, the only thing that keeps my vagina right all the time is gonna be that Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. But a lot of people love the sensitive one. Some people use the Dove sensitive bar. I have not used it since I was in middle school, high school, but some people just like to use a regular sensitive bar, a Dow antibacterial bar. You have to find what works best for you, but just make sure it's a mild soap and it's not something that's going to irritate down there or cause any like yeast infection, UTI, what is the other one, BV. Once we clean down, we're gonna make sure that we're rinsing thoroughly. Like nothing should be left. It should be rinsed off properly, and when you get out of the shower, you want to make sure that you're drying off completely. Now, one thing that I was taught by my mom when I first started my cycles is that when you get out of the shower, some people think that your bleeding stops. That's not the case for everybody. So what you want to make sure is you're taking a piece of toilet paper or even a wipe or something and just wiping, you know, the blood away if you still have some, which you should have washed it all off in the shower. But if you bleed in between, like at the end of your shower, like if it's just continuing to flow, make sure that you are wiping the blood away, and then you're drying off your V area, and you're putting on clean underwear afterwards. As far as washing my body when I'm on my cycle is pretty much the same as what I would do on a regular day. The only difference is my sense of smell is so strong on my period. Like sometimes I just don't want a lot of scents going on because I'm already overpowered by all the scents that's happening, whether it be in the apartment or, you know, if I'm cleaning or so, like all the smells are there. And sometimes I just don't want a heavy vanilla scent or a heavy fruity scent. Y'all know I'm a vanilla girly, but if you're someone like me and you just want a simple shower, especially being that you are on your period, you don't feel like doing a whole bunch, let me show you some of the body washes that I use on my cycle that ensures that I'm clean, that I'm smelling good, but also it's not overpowering in scent, right? So obviously I'm gonna have my peppermint Dr. Bronner's. That's just what it's gonna be, right? I'm going to keep that. That's just gonna be here, right? That's going to be my holy grail, is going to be the soap that I'm always going to use as a base wash. But I'm also going to go in with my Naturium, the Energizer Mandelic Acid Body Wash, or I'm going to go in with the Naturium Multi Glow Body Oil Body Wash. It's simple. It has a nice baby soap, like very, very mild scent. It's barely there, but it cleans you, especially this one. Y'all already know, I've talked about this in several other videos. This one is really, really good for, you know, just a very good base wash. And if you struggle with like sweat and that odor that comes from the hormone change, this is really good at balancing out odor, and not balancing out, eliminating odor, and just making sure that you're clean. This Method Coconut, Rice Milk, and Shea Butter body wash. I talked about this before. This is a really good natural plant-based body wash that is not overpowering in scent, and it's really good for layering. I would love to layer this for my shea butter, vanilla. I'm going to use this to layer, so it's really nice. So if you just want to do this and stop at this step, perfect. Dove, y'all know I love Dove. Dove has some really, really, really great body washes, and I know they came out with some new crumble cookie ones. I'm hesitant to try it, but I've been seeing some good reviews on it. But on my cycle, my favorite Dove body washes to get into is this Peony and Rose Oil. It's very light. It smells really good. It reminds me, not like a baby oil, I don't know, but it just smells really good. It's very light. It's kind of floral in a way, in the tiniest bit. It just smells absolutely amazing. But I think when I want to relax and I just want to pamper myself, especially on my cycle, I'm going to be using the Dove Cucumber and Green Tea Body Wash. This fills up your whole entire shower. It cleans you magnificently. It's light, it's not too heavy, it smells like you're in a spa, and it's not overpowering at all. Invigorating Aloe and Eucalyptus Oil Body Wash from Dove. This one is really, really good when I want to pamper myself as well. It's new, actually, in the Dove collection. This is definitely going to be a holy grail. It's great for layering, but if I'm on my cycle, or if I just don't want an overpowering scent going on, you know, when I'm just trying to rest and relax, I'm going to be using this Rebalancing White Peach and Rice Milk Body Wash. Y'all, I just got this, what, a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I think it's halfway gone. It is so good, and it layers well with vanilla, cocoa butter, and especially like floral scents. That's really, really good for that. Really, really good body wash. So if you're not looking for something that's going to overpower your nose or just make you have a headache and you just don't want all that stuff on you, this is absolutely perfect, okay? Also, along with making sure that your vagina is clean, you want to always make sure that your booty is clean. If you want an in-depth tutorial on how to make sure that your booty is clean and how to wash it correctly, you can also watch the video that I did a few months ago on how to stay fresh down there. It goes hand in hand, but this is an everyday process, making sure that you are staying fresh down there, back there, and your whole entire body is just smelling good and is fresh and clean. One of those other things that go along with intentionally bathing yourself is making sure what tools and what products work for you. Me personally, I love the African exfoliating net. That gives me the cleanest and the freshest, and pairing that up with these products I just showed you, no reason why you should not be fresh, right? After we intentionally bathe our bodies, we're making sure we're the freshest as possible. We're making sure that we're dry and all that type of stuff. It's time to put on our hygiene product, okay? Me personally, I'm always gonna be a pads girly. So I use these big, huge, overnight, always pads. I want to get into the natural ones because I did hear they are better. I just want to make sure you always have your pad when you got your shower and you dry off to put in your underwear. Make sure you're putting on clean underwear. I know this is it may sound like a crazy thing to mention, but you know, some people are just not taught. Make sure that you're putting on clean underwear. If you're either going through PMS or maybe sometimes at the end of your period you may be spotting, I like to use these honey pot. I like to use these, it got wet, y'all, it's dripping. I like to use these honey pot panty liners. These have a peppermint scent, or like flavoring, however you call it. It has peppermint in it and it kind of cools you down there. So, you know, if you have extreme issues, then, you know, yeah. You can also use those panty liners. The thing with maintenance is you need to make sure that you're changing your pads often, okay? This really depends on your flow. The same thing with the pad size, it depends on your flow, but you need to make sure that you're changing your pad often. I know some people that change their pad every time they go to the bathroom. I know some people that change their pad every 3 hours. Some people that change their pad every 5 hours. But the thing about it is, even if your flow is very light, it's still considered used after hours. So if we're going 8 hours and you think it's barely been used, you really need to be changing that pad regardless, because at the end of the day, this is holding bacteria, this is holding odor, this is holding somewhat blood. So just make sure that you are changing your pad very often. My rule of thumb, I would say every 3 to 4 hours, change your pad. Another part of making sure that you're staying fresh down there and that you're staying clean when it comes to maintenance is just making sure that there's no hair. Now, this could be controversy. I am in no way saying that people or women should have to shave down there or shave their armpits. What I am saying is that hair holds odor. So if you have an issue with odor, or if you feel like your odor changes a lot when you're on your cycle, maybe that means you need to be shaving down the hair or having no hair at all. Chic has a perfect bikini razor. I like to use it with some Dr. Browners, and I just very gently glide it down there and remove the hair. Another thing with maintenance, after you go to the bathroom, make sure that we're using our flushable wipes. Lately, I've been using the Walmart Equate flushable wipes. I'm using flushable wipes in the front just to make sure that, you know, I'm staying clean, I'm staying fresh, because toilet paper is not enough, y'all. You have to be using some type of wet wipe, some type of cleaning wipe to make sure that you're staying fresh, okay? And just in general with maintenance, if you feel like you need a shower, if you feel like you need to freshen up down there, don't be ashamed. Don't feel like you're dirty because you have to maybe take 2 showers a day or 2 showers in a whole day. Like, some people just have different comfort levels, some people have different flows, some people have different conditions where it is necessary that they have to stay on top of the cleaning. And like, especially the first 3 or 4 days, that just may be the case. Do not be ashamed if your period maintenance is different than somebody else's. Okay, so the next segment of this video is going to be my hygiene to-go bag. So this is the bag that I take into the bathroom, whether I am relieving myself, okay, or if I'm on my period, this is the bag I'm going to take. So it's this cute little bag. This used to be a makeup bag that I made into my toiletry bag, or my to-go toiletry bag. So this is what it looks like. It's packed to the brim, okay? I have a pad, I have some witch hazel, This is in one of those sprayer bottles that you can get from Walmart. I just put some of the witch hazel they have in my bathroom. I put in this, and it makes it easy for me just to spray it on my toilet paper after I go number 2. I have some panty liners just in case I need it. Maybe there's a day where I thought my period was gonna come on the next day and it came early or I'm spotting. I can always just go in my bag and put one of those on. I do have some poopery. Look, this is a judgment-free zone. Everybody do it. Let's not act like that. I have poopery, y'all. Spray some of this, okay? Be respectful, all right? New pack of flushable wipes in here. This is the Equate brand I just showed you. To wipe wherever I need to wipe, but especially on my period. These come in clutch, okay? In clutch. And especially because you just don't want that feeling. You know, you want to feel fresh, you want to feel good, even if you're on your cycle. So I just keep this stuff in this bag, keep it in my purse. If you go to school, you can just easily put this in your book bag. That way you don't have to take your whole book bag to the bathroom. And people are like, well, where are you going? And it's just like, no, this is just my little toiletry bag that I have in my bag. I'm just gonna grab this and go. They don't know if you're fixing your makeup or if they're fixing your hair. They don't know. So don't, but even if they do, don't be ashamed. This is natural. But everybody needs a toiletry bag to take to the bathroom. It's essential. I should preface this part by saying I have PCOS, but I also am in the midst of getting an endometriosis diagnosis because of my very extremely painful periods. So I wanted to include some of the ways that I relieve my cramps. Now, if y'all want an in-depth video on my journey to figuring out what's going on with my cycles, you can comment down below. I'm just hesitant to make the video because it's very personal, and it's very personal, like very, very, very personal, and I don't know how it will be received or what. So, but yeah, if y'all want to see it, just comment down below and I'll make the video. But yeah, I struggle with very, very, very painful periods, and my periods hit places that is not typical. I'm gonna say that. One of the natural things that work for me, or something that's not medicine, is ginger tea. I just put like maybe 8 to 10 ounces of hot water in a cup, and then I put 2 packs of the natural organic ginger tea. Ginger tea helps with digestion in general. It helps with stomach issues in general, but I find that it helps me with my cramps in my period. Even though I'll be popping pills all day, if I feel like, okay, this ain't working, I need something hot, to go through my body, then I also drink that tea. I know a lot of people like raspberry leaf tea. That helps a lot. I think that helps with your, you know, your feminine hygiene in general. But yeah, you could also use that. Heating pads are very important. I sleep with a heating blanket every night. That really helps, especially with what I go through. I would recommend you use Tylenol and Motrin mix formula. Ibuprofen, it helps me a lot. Shout out to my mama for putting me on. It helps. It's starting not to help anymore. I don't even take that much, but it's starting not to help anymore, so now it's finding something else. But that's something that also can help relieve your cramps. Rest is probably the best thing you can do for your body in any situation. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you have any other suggestions on how to manage your period and staying fresh and staying clean, some products that you would recommend other people to use, this is the space to do it. If you want to see any other hygiene or body collection videos, you can tap up above or down below to the tag videos. Because they're highly informative, and my hygiene videos do the best. So if you have any more hygiene video requests that you want to see, comment down below as well. And the number one thing that you need to remember is find what works for you. That is the best thing that you can do for your hygiene and your overall physical and mental well-being. So I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.